Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm gonna do a little get ready with me and do it with some new Chanel makeup. I made a little purchase 2 times actually, so I'll talk about that. But I got 3 of their new eyeshadows, single eyeshadows. So I don't think I'll do 3 looks, but let's hope that didn't crack. Oh. Let's hope Braun Talpa, the brown one, which I'm kind of excited about, didn't crack. We'll open it together. Okay, anyway, I bought that, and yeah, I'm not gonna cut out the blooper, right? Okay, so I also bought the, oh man, this is a ribbon here. How annoying. Okay, I also bought this Healthy Glow Sunkissed powder in light coral. So this is actually new, but I used to have one like that quite a while ago, and that obviously was like so old. So it's nice that it came out with this again, and 2 colors. So I got the light coral. I was kind of thinking maybe I should got the other one, which I think is a darker shade. Actually, I just forgot. I also purchased this. It is the nail polish color that I've got on my fingers right now. It is the color Immortelle. It is this really gorgeous purple lilac color. It's really nice. So if you're looking for this, you can get it. I don't think it's a limited edition one, but yeah, I'll link it down below. You can easily check it out. So I think I'm gonna do like a full face of Chanel. Obviously the stuff that I have is purchased from before, so you know, if you want to skip ahead and just look at these fellows, then I guess I'll put a timestamp and then you can just skip ahead. But I'll do the rest of my makeup and I don't know, maybe chit chat. First things first, I need to get my hair away. That's probably gonna leave some marks, but that's okay. Let's go in with a bit of primer. I don't usually use primer, but any excuse to use the stuff that I bought, right? So I'm just gonna use my finger. This is the Beige Healthy Winter Glow Primer, moisturizing and protective. I bought this pretty recently, and I actually really like how it is moisturizing and it has a bit of a glow. But you know, I don't usually use primers, but I do find that when I do, my makeup actually sets much longer, it lasts much longer, and it actually looks good. So it's one extra step in my whole makeup routine that I know will benefit the rest of the day, but it's an extra step. I like it because it feels like a moisturizer and it doesn't leave any kind of sticky residue. It just, you know, there is a little bit of tag, but not too much. I have 2 foundations. Both are from the Beige line. This first one is the Water Fresh Tint, and the version that I have is actually discontinued. They reformulated it and made it more pigmented. I still have this, and you can see I've barely touched it because it's not that pigmented, which is maybe why they discontinued the original version. Anyway, I also have the Healthy Glow Foundation Hydration and Long Wear. This also not that new, but definitely newer than this. I think I'm gonna try this because if it doesn't, you know, it doesn't work, maybe I'll have to, I should toss it, but you know, we just want to use it. I'm not a makeup artist. I don't go through all my foundations that quick. Let's do, you know, I can't remember. Oh, no point shaking, right? It has one of those air pumps. See, it's this really liquidy texture. Oh, serum-y, liquidy texture. And, you know, once you start to blend it on the skin, it starts to, oh, this is like really white, isn't it? I mean, I haven't gone under the sun, but wow. Okay, anyway, let's just put it all over my, girl, it looks so white. It looks more white on the camera, but in person, it looks like a light tint. Okay, so I'm just gonna do one. This is a real perfect test for the healthy, the powder that I'm gonna show you later on, because that's supposed to be like a bronzing powder. Okay, let me just dab it in. I think I'm gonna do one more little pump for my forehead. If I recall correctly, the reason why I got this really light shade is because I got the first version and it only came in 1 shade or maybe 2 shades. I can't remember right now, but I know the reformulated version has slightly darker shades. So anyway, it is very light. It is a little tacky, so I am going to put a bit of powder. So I have this Natural Finish Loose Powder from Chanel. I'm not a super big fan of loose powders, but the Chanel loose powder is really nice. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush. This is from Sonia G, and I'm just going to take a little bit. It has a bit of like glow to it. So I'm just going to use it to set just get rid of that tackiness. I don't really need powder because as I get older, my skin is very, very dry and dehydrated. And not that I'm helping my cause, but it is actually much drier than before. I used to have, I guess, combination skin. The only thing good about living here in Singapore, at least in an Asian country where it's really hot, is that even though my skin is dry and dehydrated, because it's so humid and it's always like wet, I feel like I still do get a bit of like sweat dewiness. So I do need to still powder down. But I cannot imagine if I was living in a country that has 4 seasons and I have to go through winter and autumn. Wow. At this age, my skin would be dry like parchment paper. My base is done. So this is the new Beige Healthy Glow Sun Kiss Powder in light coral. They have 2 shades and the other shade is a darker version. I love the Beige packaging. This very beautiful creamy case against the black is it's so delicious, so fresh, so young. So the case is much bigger. The original version was a normal, like a bronzer compact, the older size. But this one, oh my goodness. Wow, it's so pretty. Oops, here we go. It's so pretty. The reason I got the light coral is because the highlighter shade and the pink blush shade seemed more suitable for my skin tone. And I like the lightness of the bronzer, but I prefer the redness in the darker shade. So I didn't get the darker shade because that one I feel like I have to be really careful on how my brush goes in it. Whereas for this, I feel like I can, I could use the shades individually. I could go and swirl it all around. But the other shade, the darker shade, the blush and the highlighter was quite dark for me. I felt like I would not use the highlighter. So this seems more, I guess more user-friendly for me. Let me go in with the bronzer first. So this is a Sonia G Face Pro brush. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna try and be careful. When I got the older version, I was just using it like in total. I didn't even bother to be careful with it. So I'm gonna try and use like just the bronzer on its own and then just give myself, let's just use this like a huge mirror. You can see, right, there's a little bit more like yellow orange to it, which looks okay. Just, yeah, did you see like a little bit of yellow on it? It's okay. I'm gonna try. You know what? Never mind. Let's do it this way. Let's just put it on. It's gonna give me a bit of color, so that's good. It doesn't look so yellow in real life, but yeah, you definitely can see it on the camera. I guess with the light, the white light, it's definitely coming there. But it actually looks okay. Like this is okay. You can see this shadow right here. This is like real shadow, right? So it actually kind of matches, and I'm trying to create a shadow. Can you see that? This is like real. So I guess it's a good tone. Let's bring it down a little bit. Okay, let's put a bit of bronzer on the top of my head. Oh, it's really pretty. Okay, let's you know what? I'm just gonna I'm gonna stick to just using the middle. And some parts of my brush is getting a bit of the glow as well as a bit of the pink, but I think that's okay as well. Let's do this side. Yeah, very nice. You know, if you just want a like full face bronzer, you could go and swirl it. Personally, what I would do is I would focus my brush mainly in like the middle and a little bit of the pink. And if my brush kind of goes over that highlighter, it would just give it the glow. But I wouldn't like focus too much on the top because I may not want too much shimmer. But you could, you know, that's you. Okay, now I'm going to use the same brush because I wouldn't want that bronzer. I'm going to use that pink. And I'm going to use it as a blush. So right at the top here. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Wow. I like that. Okay, so it's big enough to... Oh, wow. You know, I'm kind of glad that they decided to make this 3 stripes in a bigger palette right now, because now it just seems like I can play around with the color. When I had the smaller palette, you had to have a really small brush, very detailed brush, or just go all in, which is what I usually did. So now I can, you know, just focus at the bottom. You see, I'm not even getting onto the brown. And then put that on my cheeks. It is actually really coming up. It has a very soft, peachy, coral look to it. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose, my chin, and then I'm gonna put dust a little bit on my forehead. So now I'm gonna change to another brush, a smaller detail brush, also from Sonia G. I love Sonia G's brushes. This is the mini cheek brush, one of my favorite brushes from her line because it's small, it's detailed. I have used this for blush, I've used this for highlight. It's actually even good as a little bronzer brush, so it's like detailing. Oh, it's looking good. Okay, so I'm gonna take that highlighter and I'm gonna put it just here. The highlighter has a little bit of peach to it and goldy peach, so it's very complementary to the rest of the whole face palette. I'm gonna put it on my cheeks here and then on top of my lip. Okay, I really like this. I'm really pleased with it. Moving along, let me do my eyebrows very quickly. Unfortunately, I don't have any brow pencil from Chanel. I have this one that I got from Guardian, this random Bilia something. It's a little bit like Anastasia Beverly Hills, but obviously drugstore. And I think it was just cheap and I wanted to get. So let me just quickly put my brows on and I will be right back. Let's do the eyes, and I bought 3 of the single eyeshadows. It's called the multi-use long-wearing eyeshadow. So the one that I dropped on the floor earlier, is actually one of the colors that I'm very excited about. Is 236 Bron Talpa. It is this really, oh my gosh. Please don't be cracked. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness it is not cracked. Okay, let's take that out. Let's take those out. It's this really pretty shade. Okay, so let me see how we can do this. It's really, really pretty. Oh my goodness, so gorgeous. I will put a close-up, obviously, and I will also swatch it so you can see what it looks like. The next color that I got is 222 Jade Facette, or this beautiful green eyeshadow with a bit of yellow iridescence. It's very, very stunning. And then finally, I got a neutral color, which is quite a common color. It's 242 Beige Suede. And this kind of reminds me of Uninterrupted from MAC, if you remember that color, or Camel from Bobbi Brown is also a very similar color. This is a super good shade to have in your collection. So if you want a little bit more high-end, Chanel's got you. It also kind of looks a bit like this shade from, it's kind of like a lighter version of Valley from Not even actually. It's a really unique color. So it's like Valley mixed with Tipu from Natasha Denona's Yucca palette. But this kind of shade is a one and done. Actually, each of the colors are one and done. You can just use them all over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use this camel color, Beige Suede 242, not camel, but Beige Suede from Chanel. And I'm going to put that on my eyes like a base. Then you can see how versatile one of these eyeshadows are. The texture is really nice and soft. So I'm going to just use my own brush. It comes with brushes as well, but I kind of prefer to use my own brush. I feel like I've got more control. Ignore this side of the brush because that's just dirty. And okay, look at that. I'm just going to put that all over my eyes, and you can see how one simple color, nothing fancy, just a base eyeshadow color can just make your eyes look so much more awake. So I have a very Asian skin tone. Like it's more, you know, I've got yellow under my skin. My skin tone is a bit more warm yellow. But I am also quite neutral, so I have a bit of pink in my skin as well. But definitely this kind of tone doesn't emphasize, but it complements my skin tone. So if you have similar skin tone to me, you will really love this eyeshadow shade. You would think it's nah, but really one shade like that, wow, so good. So let me just put this all over. I'm going to go in with the Jade color because to me the bronze talpa, you can get it from this color. So this is the Dior Beige Mitza. It's actually got the similar tone. I find that the Beige Mitza has a bit more brown in it, but they're quite similar. Oh, you can see they're quite similar, right? So if you already have the Dior Mitza, actually the bronze talpa is like a dupe. They're duping each other. Two luxury brands duping each other. So it's nothing like, whoa, mind-blowing. But I find that the green one is a little bit more unique. So yeah, let's go with the green. And if you want me to, you know, I probably would use this in one of my videos. So just look out at the description section. If you're seeing me, you like my eyeshadow color, then it'll probably be either this or the Beige Mitza. But I think this green shade is something a little bit more different. So I'm just going to use the same brush. You know, I'm going to do one side with a brush and then the other side I'll use my finger. So with the brush, it definitely is kind of more flaky. So I'm just going to tap it on top. It's really pretty. All over. Yeah. Look at how versatile that base shade is, that 242 Beige Suede. It just gives the base, and now my eyes got this green to it. Can you see there's a little bit of yellow, the shift? It's so gorgeous. Oh gosh. So actually a brush works well. Yeah, a brush works well. Very nice. Okay, now I'm going to use my finger on the other side, and I think it will be a little bit more, yeah, a little bit more intense. So I'm going to just tap it on top. Oh, definitely you can see the difference, right? With the finger, just one tap, one time over, you can see the yellow, that brightness in the green is coming out. See, compared to this side, it's a little bit more diffused, whereas on my, well, you're looking at it on your left side, but my right side is, it's got, yeah, it's just a bit more intense. Not too much, but let's do again another one. And maybe this time, because I am using my finger, maybe more green will come out. Oh, you can definitely see the difference, right? So you can see that the yellow and the green is coming out on the side that I use my finger, and then the other side, it's more, you know, more diffused, it's more mixed, and it's a softer look, but both are just as pretty. So depends on what you're looking for. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit more softer look, because after this I'm gonna film another video. So I'm gonna blend the side that I did with my finger with my brush so that they are the same. It's really pretty. So now I'm gonna finish off my eyes with a little eyeliner, and then again I'll be right back. So this is the finished look. I just used another drugstore eyeliner. This is from DUP. And then for my lips, I used the Chanel Lip Cocoa Balm. This is one of the Glossimers. This is the color 804, which is very popular. It makes your lips look super pouty. It's really hard to find, so I was really happy that I got this from Selfridges. I think it was just random that it came back in stock. So it's one of those lip glosses that makes your lips look so juicy. I love it. So anyway, I really like this new things that I got. I love this palette. So if you're looking for something quick and easy, something that you can travel with, highly recommend. In terms of the eyeshadows, you know, they are single eyeshadows. So if you are looking for some luxury eyeshadows, I really love this Jade color as well as the Beige Suede. The Brun Talpa, trust me, you will love it. It's like the neutral of all the shades. So nothing too fancy, but I love the colors that I got. And, you know, I'm kind of just... I'm into both. I'm into the singles. I'm into the palettes. This Yucca palette has been on rotation for me, and I actually really like it. So if you want to get this palette, if you have the same kind of skin tone as me, you will enjoy this palette. Just wait for them to get a sale. It always goes on sale. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I love skincare. I love makeup. Obviously, I love luxury. But yeah, skincare and makeup is something that I just enjoy. Just kind of like brightens up the face instantly, right? So yeah, if you enjoy that kind of content, I do hope you are subscribed and hit the notification bell as well. Otherwise, everyone, please take care, stay safe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!